you're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast, and I hope you're liking it as much as I am. I'm just rolling on the ground with laughter. This is so much fun. Are you enjoying it like I am? That's good. That's good. Anyway, here's looking at you. Here's treats. Don't punch that button. I'm not through talking.
Jumbo, everyone.
Harambe.
And welcome to another edition of
The Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
The Magic Our Way podcast.
They are truly magical and whatnot.
Asante Sana, everyone. You're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast from New Orleans, Louisiana. And on this show, we invite you to feel the libations.
Feel it.
We are artistic buffs and not artistic cream puffs. This is a show in which every opinion is welcome. MagicOurWay.com is where you can find us for this show. We present another edition of Bad Behavior in the Disney Parks. And look, this isn't your typical polished practice Pixie Dust and Disney podcast. No way. We are not in the parks every day, letting you know when the park maps are updated with a new design.
That's right, Kev. We're just here to drink, talk some Disney, and get a little bad, baby.
That's right. You listeners have the easy part. All you guys got to do is listen up to what we think up while we drink up.
My name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
I'm Eli.
And Rachel is coming back from assignment. She'll be back next week.
Can't get here quick enough.
I know.
Really?
Oh, boy. And so she'll have a great trip report with all her Disney trips and her Universal trips. I'm looking forward to hearing it. If you're in the group, I'm looking forward to hearing her experience with the shooting gallery.
Oh, yeah.
Which is awesome. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, man.
Oh, there are questions.
There are questions. Maybe concerns and questions.
Concerns and questions.
Oh, you know what we should do? We should have Josh on with her.
Oh, maybe we should.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Get the polar perspective.
Get both of them. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, we'll have to message Josh. I'll message Josh and say, hey,
Let's
you
do
should
that.
come in with your wife next time. But look, in lieu of Rachel, we have a special guest. Special guest. Who are you?
I'm Harry Bernstein, longtime Mohican, to so long that I have an original Mohican nickname. My cousin Harry, I believe Danny came up with, but I'm the show's unofficial chief legal correspondent. So
Yes, you are. My cousin
thanks for
Harry.
having me, guys.
That's right. I forgot about that. That is an awesome name.
Wow, that was a ways ago, man.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, listeners, we used to give out Mohican names, so everybody had their code Mohican name back in the day.
And the best part is he's still on retainer.
It's true. Yeah.
I work cheaply.
And we don't pay well.
Yeah, we don't pay well at all.
That's fine. It's pure enjoyment. Thank you.
That's it.
Look, y'all, the easiest way to support us is leave a rating or review on Apple Podcasts and or wherever you access our show. Also, be sure to like and subscribe as well as turn on those notifications so you never miss an episode of the Magic Our Way podcast. And that's the only ad you'll get at the very beginning of our show. I've been listening to some later podcasts, like other topics and stuff, and they lead off their show with ads. I'm like, damn, man, let's get to the stuff.
Yeah, get to the stuff.
Get to the stuff. So look, guys, enough of our jibber jabber.
Let's get to the stuff.
Let's get to the stuff. Here we are on the hub, the main topic segment of our show. And it's been a long time coming. It's been a while since we've done one of these, and I'm very excited and looking forward to it. And as I said at the top, another edition of Bad Behavior in the Disney Parks. And of course, the person going to lead us off on this journey to explore all these behaviors is none other than our Marvel guru, Eli. Eli, so what stories do you have for us today?
Yes, thank you, Kevin.
Our resident expert on bad behavior.
Yes.
A little bit.
Not that you take part in bad behavior yourself. You just like the drama of it all.
Yeah, I would admit that this was something that you two gentlemen started, and then I fell in love with it, and then I wanted to keep it escalated while you guys explored, other things like Blue Sky and history and stuff like that. But I did believe that for the Mohican tradition, this should always be kept going.
And Harry's here because he likes the bad behavior segments.
And that's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Harry. That helps to validate that decision.
I find them very interesting.
We do too. So for all Mohicans that know what this is, you know what it's about. If you know, you know. But if you have not listened to an episode like this before, allow me to explain how this works. These are true stories of people that are known for doing very outrageous or crazy things in the park. These people could be ordinary folks like you and I. They could be cast members. They could be doing anything.
Real man of genius.
But these are not blue sky stories. These are not things we make. These things have actually happened. So if you happen to find yourself in the park and somebody does something crazy and you're like, I cannot believe I saw that. That was good and terrible. Make sure you write to us and we'll tell you to do that later.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad to have Harry for the first time on these shows because he is the Mohican legal correspondent, as we've mentioned before in previous shows. And so he can give us an extra added spice, a little, you know,
A little legalese.
Yeah.
exactly, yeah, a little lanyap to this bad behavior show that we have.
We definitely have legal questions when doing this.
Yes.
There
Absolutely.
we go.
And so do those guys, the people that do these bad behaviors. So, what were you leading off with?
So our first story is going to begin March 14th, 2024. Chrissy Jacqueline.
Chrissy Jacqueline.
It sounds like a Charlie's Angels
It
person.
does.
It does,
They
yeah.
made it right. I am like really into 70s TV right now. So she's going in, she's doing her thing, right? She's enjoying her vacation out there, her Disney vacation. She's taking a stroll out there at the Port Orleans Resort. And while she's out there, she sees a woman swimming and she begins to record this woman. Now, what makes this particular swim worth noting is that it's not at a swimming pool in the Port Orleans Resort.
It's not.
It's not.
Huh.
It's at the Sassagoula River.
The Sassagoula River, the river that's supposed to mimic the Mississippi River.
Yeah.
Port Orleans Resort, that river.
Yes.
Gators and mud.
There's no chlorine in this river. Just
Okay.
for those who don't
There
know.
is live bacteria and whatnot.
I mean, you
all
know.
up in that river.
Well, yeah.
Brain-eating amoebas, too.
The brain-eating amoebas. Yes,
right.
Yeah. Well, it was something that the brain-eating amoebas did not eat on this swim, but that day in the Sassagoula River. And that is my personal favorite part of this tale, if you will, Daddy, is that the woman that Christine was recording was not only swimming in the river, that wasn't a pool, she was swimming in there topless.
Topless.
Yeah, for those of y'all just listening and say, what that man just say? Let me say it one more time. She was swimming in the Sassagoula River topless.
Topless, you say?
All out.
I'm confused. Where's the bad behavior part?
This is
right.
this is good bad behavior.
This is great behavior.
This is great behavior. But you know what? A lot of people brought this to our attention. Like, you got to put this on. But apparently, I guess you can't really do that out there in the Sassagoula River. You can't let all your jimmies out.
I'm gonna guess some intoxicating product was involved in this video. At some point.
Well, you
It's a
know,
wild guess.
I guess.
Harry, if you're going to stumble across a drunk topless woman at a Disney resort, how appropriate is it that it's going to be at the Port Orleans?
yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
good
Yeah,
feeling.
absolutely.
Yes.
She should get a medal for this.
Oh, some beads.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, was she wearing beads? The top was gone, but the beads were there.
If I had been there, she'd have got all the beads that day.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what the issue was with the woman recordings. Like, she didn't know what to do with that. We would have known what to do with that.
Oh, of course.
Absolutely.
And we've been like, here,
Yeah.
all the big ball beads
Yeah.
and
You want
stuff.
some drinks later?
So do we know the name of this woman who was swimming topless? This angel?
Trust me.
Angel.
This
Trust
wonderful
me.
entertainment?
I tried. A lot of times I'm not as good as research as you guys, but I really did try to find.
So she got away with it.
Yeah.
As far as we know.
Well, as far as like getting her name out there on the internet, yes, because I was gonna write and be like, hey, look, I got a bathtub. Anytime you just want to do that with the topless thing, no problem. It's in Orleans, not Port Orleans, but still got Orleans in it.
Well, it's funny. That's a much safer river to swim in than the Mississippi River. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're naked, topless, or whatever. You don't swim in the Mississippi River.
No.
Because you're not coming back.
Yeah, you'll never be hurt.
And it looks like in the video, she came right back up, back on the bank. She was safe, right?
Yeah. She pretty much swam, dipped herself under the water like it was Lake Minnetonka, and then popped back up, and then sat up there with all the glory, showing the story.
Maybe it was some type of religious ritual too. I mean, she was wanted to be baptized.
Was she
in Disney
baptized in
water.
the
I
river
don't know.
Sassagoula? Oh my goodness, Harry, that is brilliant.
people are tossing Grandpa's ashes all over the place. We've talked about that. They got to shut the ride down. So who knows? There's all kinds of. We all know that Disney fans come from all different backgrounds and all different beliefs. So.
Different countries.
So, is there a law on the books about swimming in the Pascagoula River? I mean, there's all kinds of signs when you walk along ever since the alligator attack to
be conscious of. Yeah.
But does it explicitly say no swimming in the Pascagoula?
I mean, I haven't seen the signs. I haven't been by Port Orleans in years. But again, we're back to it's private property. Disney can do whatever they want. So I mean, even if they don't have the signs, they can still ban her for life. Which, if they caught her, which we don't know. So. But yeah, I mean, that's one issue. The other issue is obviously if she was exposed, I'm sure there's a law in the books for that. So
yeah, it's called puberty. So to kind of address everything, Miss Carolyn does to have the video. It's pretty much still out there for viewing if you feel like drooling. And this topless mermaid is out there, and like I said, she's going from underwater. She's popping out, and then she's showing everything she's got. She's drying herself off. The video goes viral.
What if she lost her top? She may have lost her top in there.
Wrestling an alligator.
Right? That's the one thing about this story. It makes you want to defend the bad behavior person in this instance. Not in all instances that we've had, but this one.
Or here's another off the wall theory. Remember when some of these guys filmed those like underground movies in the park, like Walt's Frozen Head. I don't know if Walt's Frozen Head did it, but some of those.
Yeah, they did.
Hey, maybe they were doing some like undercover remake of The Little Mermaid.
There you go.
There you go.
Splash 3.
And they're going to digitize
Or a mashup of
Blue Lagoon.
Blue Lagoon.
Yeah.
Atlantis.
Yeah, there you go.
Journey to my chest.
Oh man, Journey off the chest. That's what that was.
Were those mountains bigger than any in New Orleans? So that's what I wanted.
No, they weren't all that.
That was my Tiana reference.
Oh.
We would have no problem with those mountains.
The answer is we have no mountains. But yeah, yes. Mounds are different than mountains.
Maybe that's what we should call them. Her bayou adventures were exposed.
There you go.
That's better than KO Gumbo right there, I tell you. But to answer your question, if the cast members, that they reported, because they took off property. They took the lady off property.
Okay.
And they did get the lady.
Yeah, they did get the lady. But there was no law, to answer your question, there's no law against swimming in the river.
Oh.
But since it's a family resort, nudity is not acceptable in the place. So
I don't want to hear that nonsense.
I hear you. I'm just telling you what they're
That's
reporting.
sexist. That's sexist. Maybe she's from the French Riviera. She's in Port Orleans. How does she know? I mean, that's very sexist. If you can go to Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach and see plenty of bare boobs
and bare butts.
Yeah, but like, why are man boobs okay, but women boobs aren't?
Yeah.
There's a lot of man boobs exposed.
And I want to say that was litigated years ago somewhere where women were saying men are allowed to be topless, and it's discrimination, gender discrimination, by saying women can't be topless. And I believe that, again, I don't have the litigation in front of me, but I'm sure it was litigated somewhere. The other issue is with this exposure. And I know it's happened up here in Ohio, and I can't point to the cases, when somebody's done something like that, let's say we were at a Browns game and this moron, alcohol was involved, just drops his, I think Nelson was like 8. Dude, 2 rows in front of us, drops trowel, hops over the wall, and runs across the field at a preseason game.
Whoa!
He got charged, not with streaking, but because there were kids in the stands, he got charged with sex offense.
Oh, wow.
You're done for life. You're on one of those lists. And so I don't know what the end result would be. He probably pled it down because he was just a drunk fool. And it's not such a bad punishment being banned from the Browns for life. So. Can I say that as a 50-year-long season ticket holder? We've had him in our
Hey, things are looking up. All right.
Oh,
they are.
So you'll get better quality streakers not at a preseason game, then, is what we're saying, yes.
I am about this gender equality thing.
Well, I'm with Eli. Why is it always a dude?
That has the
streak?
Streaking at football games.
Yeah, well, because you know how it works, though, Harry. Mainly dudes are the only ones that watch football. You know, chicks, they just say that to get the dude, and they stop watching football.
Well, that's why I appreciate this. I mean, usually somebody takes their clothes off at Disney, it's a dude. I'm happy. This is like finding a unicorn. This is like awesome to run across this lady who has done this thing, and yeah, we finally get to talk about a woman doing it.
It was like a unicorn with 2 horns. How you doing?
I know your horn got a little bit.
I was really happy to research this story. Plenty of nights.
You wish you were there drinking that Long Island iced tea at the time.
I tell you what, huh? Why did these things not happen when we go on vacation?
You're there, yeah.
That's the truth, man.
Well,
Question.
okay, so like that's the argument, right? It's the kid argument. Oh, the kids are around there. But
Okay.
don't they take kids to the field trip to the museum all the time? And ain't nothing but ticks and dicks everywhere.
That's true. Very true. Art does force you to have to look at naked bodies.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever I've taken Lily to a museum, I mean, it's everywhere. It's like, oh, wow, this is a little awkward. But it's there, and it's not like the kids are like, ooh, look. You know, it's just they just kind of register it. So, I don't know. Bottomless, fine. But topless,
I'm going to guess that, certainly me, but these kids have seen most of that stuff by the time they hit 10 years old.
Oh, easily. Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, I'm far removed from that now, but Nelson, he's 21 now, so.
Yeah, we got social media. You're right, though. I mean,
It's accessible, yeah.
I remember having HBO around at like 9.
Oh, yeah?
And then like my parents were like, you know what? You did bad in school. Go to your room, like gladly. Failed that test on purpose. Poke's on tonight. You know.
Were you trying to do the descrambling thing?
No. We had HBO. I told my parents, like, I will not bother y'all if y'all just put this one channel. Like, what is it? Like, it doesn't really matter. It just plays all kind of cool cartoons.
Movies, yeah. It's great.
Don't worry about it.
Good stuff.
Not a problem.
when we were in high school, there was a guy that was maybe 2 blocks away from our school. He was near blind, and he was a barber, and we'd always go to him to get our hair cut, and we'd always come out of there looking terrible. But the reason we went there is because his magazine selections included Playboy.
Yes!
Duke. Was his name.
Dukes.
And we would all go over there, and we would get like butchered, like we'd look terrible. But we'd walk out of there, we'd rip out little pages here and there. I mean, that's what we used to have to go through in order to go ahead and find these kind of sites. And that's just like,
You earned it.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yes, and really the most that happened to this lady is that she got escorted off the resort, and she was labeled for trespassing.
She was trespassed.
That's
yeah.
all she got. That's all they stuck her with. So she, to my knowledge, she wasn't banned from the park, or she wasn't banned from the resort. It's just boom.
They must have liked it too.
Probably so. They saw if you saw the video, and like that's the thing, right? If you see the video, it's like, well,
She might have been from another country and just didn't know.
yeah,
Where,
That's
like
what
another
I
country
said.
where it's like it's normal and stuff, and so maybe that's why I didn't slap her with anything.
right.
I hope so.
Or she went to the pool, saw the pool was really crowded, was like, I can't deal with that.
Yeah, I don't
looks
want
peaceful.
to expose my boobs here. I want to do it, not in the pool where all those kids. I'm going to go in the river.
And she would have been fine, except for
Yeah.
that woman that was with the video camera.
She was being conscientious in this
Damn.
videotape.
No crap, right?
No, thank that girl for videotaping because now we get to enjoy it.
Yes, that's right.
They arrested her for peeping Tom. That girl who was swimming got away.
That's a great point. If she was a dude and did that, she would be a peeping Tom. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's totally right.
We may be talking about that soon, huh?
Yeah, Miss Jacqueline, I hope they get you. Shame on you for besmirching this lady's name, but thank you for giving us a story for the episode.
Just because the
man.
woman had her Dole Whips out.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with this. I really don't. I'm hey, look, if she would have got attacked and eaten by an alligator, that would have been on her.
Yeah.
There's more than enough signs of that everywhere. But beyond that, I mean, shoot, this is cool after seeing that dude wandering around naked in Small World. I was happy to see this video.
Yeah.
Because that dude's churro was hanging out for everyone to
Yeah,
see.
you remember the cops was dragging him
Yes,
out? It was
I
all
do.
out there, this business and stuff. I'm like, come on now, what you gonna do? You gonna put a towel on that? That's what you need to
Give him a
do.
towel, exactly.
Yeah.
Take it off of one of the dolls or what.
I mean, I get it was a small world, but goddamn, you had to do the dude like that. Yeah,
A Mary Blair loincloth.
There you go.
A dog ride, maybe.
Yeah, maybe so.
Man, it's too bad that dude didn't watch that Seinfeld episode about shrinkage.
Yeah, cocaine's a hell of a drug. Oh, man. But yeah, so nothing happened to the lady. The woman that videotaped it, everything went viral. So yeah, but shame on you, peeping Tom lady.
Well, she did share this wonderful footage with all of us to see. And,
And that's why ladies can't get along, because this is how they tear each other down.
This is true. This is very true.
she's like, look at her
Very
looking all
good.
sexy and hot. I'm going to get this thrown out of here.
I know, right?
All right.
Cool.
All right, fair enough. Okay, so moving on. This is along the same vein.
Yeah. More nudity.
Well, slightly. So March 31st, 2023, Jorge Diaz Vega, who is a cast member, right?
Yep.
He's a 26-year-old gentleman from Kissimmee, Florida. He's working his shift at Galaxy's Edge. He works in what is that? Doc Andar's Den of Antiquities.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, when they sell the lightsabers.
Doc Enders. Yeah.
They sell it, the lightsabers, right?
Oh, he wasn't flashing his lightsaber, was he?
With that, I'm just saying, like, sometimes the story just writes itself. Sometimes they just happen. But no, he did not expose his lightsaber.
Oh, good.
Oh, okay.
But what he was doing was making sure, how do you say, his, you're a Star Wars guy, Kevin.
Sure.
What's the crystals called that makes the lightsaber?
The kyber crystals.
Yeah, he was making sure his kyber crystals was crystallized. Let's leave it like that. So so what
I need help with that metaphor.
basically what he was doing was he was making sure he was still aroused while he would be at work. And part of his, so he's at work. Let's put it like this. He's at work,
Okay.
right?
He's at work.
He's at work doing his thing, and something spots his eye, and he begins to film it. Well, what he likes to film is undergarments of women's skirts. So while there's this woman who is shopping for like lightsabers with her friends and a fiance, this dude is able to take his cell phone and videotape underneath her skirt.
Upskirt videos.
Upskirt.
Yeah, right.
How does he get that low to get the...
I'm about to say that's not obvious.
Well, she didn't even notice.
Well, no. So these guys, as a matter of fact, something came through. I might have been up here somewhere, where there was a guy doing it in like Walmart's. And what he does is he waits for these women who wear, a lot of times it's more warm weather places because that's where women are wearing skirts. And when they like bend over and stuff, is they kind of, because they had a video of this dude doing it. So he's like behind her. You imagine you're in an aisle of a Target or Walmart. So he's like, sees a woman, and then he'll go down that aisle and he'll look at the opposite way, and then he's looking behind her. When she crouches down or something, he'll just slide his arm with the phone under there and go boom, 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 or whatever, hit the button, or he'll start video or whatever, and then record video. But they caught this guy in the security cam, and yeah, it's some whatever kink or I don't know, but
Yeah, but how much porn have you had to have watched? How many different categories of fetishes must you have torn through that this becomes your kink? Really?
yeah, I mean, who knows whether I'm not a psychologist. Maybe it's the whole thing is the thrill for these dudes. It's not even the pictures.
Oh, the adrenaline rush.
Not getting caught or something. Yeah, I mean,
That dopamine rush.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but
Gives a whole new meaning to reality television.
Either that, or maybe they're like the Martins. They think like a Martin Scorsese type. Like, I need to shoot my own. I'm sick of this high quality production. I need guerrilla style, shaky, 2-second long videos.
That's
The
Make a whole collage, 100 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, dude, this is sick.
That's-
Like,
Maintaining artistic integrity, right?
That's right.
Yes. It has to be.
License.
like, if you're that desperate to see women's underwear, what's wrong with a Victoria's Secret catalog? Like, that's what.
Or you go to Japan, just get out of the vending machine.
Yeah.
Go back to Duke's Barbershop.
There you go.
Rest in peace, Duke.
Oh my god.
That dude's gotta be dead.
Yeah, I don't even know how I remember
So
that dude's
old.
name when you said
And
that.
Oh, that's legendary, dude.
Oh my
That
god.
barbershop.
Oh man. Well, yes, he started to film this young. They don't say the young lady's name for obvious reasons, of course. But yeah, she was there shopping with her friends, and not only that, but she was with her fiance while he's doing. So this dude was really brave. Like he's like he didn't get decked in the mouth doing this.
Oh, wow.
But it wasn't the friends, it wasn't the girl, it wasn't the fiance that caught him. It was another coworker that happened to see him do it.
Oh, good.
And then the coworker, the cast member, I'm sorry, reported him to the police.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And so then when he goes ahead and he's talking to cops, This is the part that personally kills me. Like, okay, they caught you. Your coworker sees you. He's eyewitness. He says, listen, I saw Mr. Vega over there. He had the cell phone. He was doing the Mission Impossible thing. He caught the video under the skirt. This dude, yeah, let's get him. Well, now the cops are talking to Mr. Vega, and Mr. Vega, like, I guess he, for lack of better, he spills his guts. So he tells the cops, he's like, look, this was a guilty pleasure for me. I have a condition. No one knows what the condition is. Now, I looked at a bunch of different. So unless you
is it Michael Jackson's condition?
He's got the vitiligo.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
yeah.
mint condition. That's
He's mint condition.
yeah. So he tells him that yes, he has a condition. No one knows what the condition is, and it was redacted from the police report. So I don't know what he could have made up, but it didn't work.
There's a condition that forces you to want to take pictures upskirt of women that.
It was interesting because you guys sent me the docket, and I see the most recent thing on the docket is a competency hearing. Well, I'm sorry, Eli, I didn't know if you were going to mention that, but so obviously he's going to bring a psychological. And full disclosure, I don't do criminal law.
Yeah.
I know a lot of guys who are very good at it too. So when I got somebody who calls me, I send them to them. But it sounds like that he's going to claim he's got some type of psychological condition. That's my garage door. Sorry.
Nice. I'm about to say the lighting got better.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and just for listeners to know, this case is still open. Yeah, so it hasn't closed yet. So as Harry mentioned, that's the last thing that's stated so far on the docket. Yeah.
So there was another thing. I went out and again, Eli, I don't know if you saw this or whatever, but when I Googled the guy's name, he got arrested again for doing it at a Publix. He was out on bond.
What? Oh, come on.
I'm sorry. I mean,
It's okay. You're a special guy. It's okay.
Maybe he was trying to build his case for having a psychological condition.
yeah.
Does that work?
I'm sorry.
No, Harry, you're good. You're totally good.
But this does prove we don't rehearse these things.
Yes. No,
Yes.
well, you'll be surprised how it comes out later. But yes, Mr. Vega, that is, he tells the cops, like, again, about the condition, which I was going to call it look under the drawers-itis. That's what I was figuring.
Drawers-itis?
The condition was, drawers-itis. I guess that's an epidemic that's hitting people.
Epididymis is hitting
it's like the itis.
Yeah.
But yes, he said he had admitted over 6 years he's been at this. And he has
6 years.
close to 500 videos.
What?
Of
Damn.
this. Yes. He admits this to the cops. He should have admitted this to his psychiatrist or psychologist, whoever it is. But did not, the cops, like, bam, like, just give all the evidence away. So yes. And again, he's taken that to some sort of mental condition. And so at this point, the cops were, because it's what, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I've read, they were going to charge him with 3rd-degree felony of video voyeurism, so he could get up to 5 years for that.
He should, because where he's going, a lot worse things happen when you bend over than a picture.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the sentences can be, tacked on. I mean, if it's 500 violations,
Oh, right.
that's where they get. And again, I don't know criminal law. I certainly don't know Florida criminal law by any means, but that's where they got. Usually, they're written into the statute how they prosecute or
Just
what
stack
felony.
it all, yeah.
Now, just for curious, because so Harry, you're saying that the Publix thing happened after this?
So when I Googled it, so I got the PDF of the docket, but I couldn't get it in the court, whatever. I don't know if it's down for maintenance or something. But so I just Googled his name, and the way I read the story, I'd have to go back and look again, is he was out on bond from this Disney thing, and he was now working at Publix. So again, he was an employee there. He wasn't an employee because he actually tried to walk out of the store, and that's when I think it was the same thing. Another person saw him doing it to this lady, and they chased him down.
He didn't even wait 2 months.
he needed his fix. He needed his dopamine
That's
fix.
crazy. This story is reported as of June 9th, 2023. He did it on.
Yeah.
He was what you said it was.
He was arrested in
March 31st.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they let him. I was gonna say because Disney, of course, let him go, and he had like a $2,500 bail. But yeah, I didn't know he was like. I mean, first of all, you started to work at Publix. I mean, that's a lot of money to work off for that bail. But
I don't know if he was. I don't know if he was. It happened in a Publix though. but I thought he might have been working there.
Well, I got it right here. A woman said a man, later identified as Diaz Vega, was following her and her husband inside Publix. She said the man eventually passed behind her and knelt to the side with his phone in his hand near the bakery section. After the incident, the woman and her husband decided to follow Diaz Vega around the store to see what he was doing. They told investigators that they believed Diaz Vega may have taken photos of the woman and wanted to see if he would do it again. The woman said she watched Diaz Vega walk toward the checkout area and stand behind another woman. She said Diaz Vega took out his phone and moved it underneath the woman's dress. The woman told investigators that she yelled at Diaz Vega to stop. The woman's husband followed Diaz Vega and stopped him and took his phone. When Diaz Vega was confronted, he allegedly said, "I have been fired for this before. Please don't call the police. I promise I will delete the pictures." Diaz Vega then left the store. Investigators said they later found Diaz Vega at his Kissimmee home and arrested him. He was charged with video voyeurism.
Wow.
Wow.
That's why he's got multiple counts on him.
He has to have time for that.
Yeah.
This sick.
Damn, I was gonna say, like, was the microwave dinner worth it? Yeah, that's.
Wait, did the husband keep the phone and look?
Yeah, he took the phone.
I bet he
Apparently,
did.
That's what it says.
The husband
This
took
dude
the
is
phone.
this dude is lucky he's not dead.
Yes,
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I'm really happy this happened because, man, when you do something like that, you're a sociopath at this point.
Sure, yeah.
You must be getting off on the fact that you're taking something from these women that they would not willingly give to. Because, like I said, there's a gazillion different porn sites this guy could go through.
Yeah.
I don't know how much porn he's had to run through to get to this level of deviation or degradation or whatever you want to call it. But I mean, this could have progressed into something worse. So I'm glad
Yeah.
they caught him.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow.
Mr. Vega, please understand though, if you're listening, and when they put you away, please wear a skirt just so that the justice could be so appropriate.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah,
Over and over
exactly.
again.
Take a video of that.
Unfortunately, it didn't. It got out.
It got out.
Got out. There's some Publix for you. Check that bread.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
real public.
Oh man.
I would have killed him. I would
Yeah.
have beat the hell out of him.
Yeah.
If that was my
That
wife.
was good restraint on that dude's part.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal restraint. I mean, he must have been an employee because they did say that thing about, hey, I've already been fired for this once already. So maybe he was a Publix
He
employee
might
at
have
this
been.
point.
Yeah.
Could have been, yeah. Could have been, and they just tried to sneak out through the cash register to get another shot. But no, you talk, and Danny's gone through it. Discovery, is the part of the legal process. I actually was involved. It was with an organization that had some internal theft. Basically, the treasurer was stealing checks, money, whatever. But when they did the discovery, the things this person had on her phone, and I'm not. It's like, I don't want to see this, and that's what the cop told me. You don't want to see any of that crap.
Oh my God.
That's not something you hear on Law and Order, like the cop, like, look, I will see.
Yeah, right.
That's a heck of a discovery.
Yeah.
That's why they call it discovery. You don't know what you're going to discover.
Oh, am I gonna learn that? I don't want to discover that.
Sure.
Oh man,
That's awesome.
that's crazy.
Okay, well, this is ongoing, so maybe in another next bad behavior, we'll figure out what happened to him.
There are plenty of women out there looking to show you things, and the fact that you need to take it from the ones who don't want to, you're a sociopath.
While they're doing their own natural thing, you can go to other places and pay for that or something. But
And I think I read he's got a public defender. So again,
a
odds are-
Publix defender.
There you go.
His cousin Vinny,
Got a Publix
a
defender.
Publix defender.
But where I was going at is odds are they're just going to plead it down to 2 counts or whatever, and he'll end up with 5-10 years in the pokey, and then what happens. So
So they're gonna. Do you think that they'll combine what he did in Disney? Because since that was so open ended, I don't really.
no, that'd be a separate set of charges. I mean, yeah.
That's two crimes.
I mean, it may be in the same county, but that just means you're. So I mean, we know, not to get political, but there's somebody who's got a bunch of trials going on all over the country, and it's just different charges. It is what it is.
Yeah, well, this dude ain't that rich.
No. I mean, that was the first filing I looked at. The emotion, or it was something about a motion for a public defender, and I didn't dig into it deeper. But it's like, okay, you're gonna, because those guys they bust their behinds, but they are so overworked, and most of them are right out of law school. So
Yeah.
their job is to settle cases, it's to clear the docket.
And
Judges like it, and their boss likes it.
And most of these guys are guilty, so yeah, they're just going to plea bargain.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Bill. Well,
Well,
that was crazy.
Yeah.
let's see what happens with him. Mr. Vega.
Well, now we move on to our finale.
Oh,
Yeah?
this is a finale. Okay.
Move on to finale. And this
So
one
soon.
is, I'm going to switch it up for a bit. This is not just a story per se. I would like to think of this as having a twofold purpose.
Twofold purpose.
Yes, the first is to give a shout out to our guys that wrote that book, Cleaning the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Lynn
Oh, yeah,
and Ken,
yeah.
Ron Barry.
right?
Yeah, Cleaning the Kingdom.
Yeah.
We had
Janitors at
them-
Disneyland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we had
guys.
them on, so that's cool. So that's the thing.
Yeah, Lynn Barrett and Ken Pellman. Yeah, so shout out to those guys. They were on the show before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we could throw Drake in there, our Mohican custodial cast member.
Right.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably dealt with this as well. In the fantasy league, of course, with all of us.
See, the higher you go up the mountain, the thinner the connections get. Right there.
That's right.
Thinner the air, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so the second purpose is I would like to think of this as a warning, if you will, or something that would serve as a public service announcement.
Yeah?
Publix.
To the ladies and the gentlemen and the good children out there that want to go ahead and have a vacation after they book with Rachel. So the next time you're at attractions such as Indiana Jones Adventure, Rise of the Resistance, instead of looking up at the decor of the queue, I ask you to check the floor below because you'll be surprised just how people are.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Now, it turns out a year or so back, it used to be an urban legend, like a rumor that would say that people would just crap on themselves just so they wouldn't have to lose their place in line when they went on their Disney vacation.
Oh. Wait, no.
Didn't we cover this 2 weeks ago with the DAS thing?
Yeah.
I mean, there was a system you could use to get out of line.
There you go.
I hear you.
Like, no.
They didn't qualify for DAS.
Oh, no.
Those people didn't.
Explosive diarrhea is not a
Wait, no. Because no. Who wants to sit in that when you're on a roller coaster? Like, if you're born Indiana Jones Adventure after you've done that, you're just, no.
Just
no.
think of it like a rolling boulder, Danny.
No.
A rolling boulder. So if you see something rolling at you that's brown and squishy,
Yeah, you run away.
run the other way.
No, but
Why did it have to be snakes?
I don't want to get graphic, but there's no reason to do that. I can't imagine.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be the straight man, but why did it have to be snakes? That killed me right there. Oh my god. Yes. That used to be like an urban legend or rumor that people used to do this.
Okay.
And so the two attractions that I mentioned were included in the Cleaning of the Kingdom book. That's something like when we talked to them, they told us stories about the Code V, right? That was
Code
like,
V, the vomit.
yeah,
that was
yeah.
vomit. So apparently this is a Code H.
H.
Yeah, Code H used to be like for when Main Street, when the horses didn't have the pouches behind their butts. We could call out for horse crap, basically.
Right.
They call out for that. But apparently it sounds like
People get it too.
it's been upgraded. So now it's human.
Human horse crap.
Code H.
Human
for
horse
human.
crap.
Double H.
Double H.
You should have gone with code D for Dookie.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Like, there's a few letters you could use for the code.
Or code winning.
You got it.
You see what I did there?
I like that.
Oh, bother.
Oh, maybe the code H stands for honey. Maybe so.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, man.
All right.
So so these cast members that do due diligence, I did not know.
Due diligence?
Ouch. I respect this. Like I didn't realize
Welcome
that
to second grade.
hey.
This is what happens when Rachel's not on the show.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah, I'm wishing she was here right about now.
So yes, but these guys have to clean up these unmagical gifts that are bestowed upon them.
I just feel bad for Mr. Diaz, who's working so hard to get all these shots, and apparently there are people who are just dropping trowel and doing this.
You should have filmed that.
Well, Diaz has his line that when he doesn't cross into poop land.
Oh, okay.
Poop fetish.
Yeah, that would be too weird.
I was gonna say I don't know the warranty on your phone if someone craps on it if you're trying to film underneath.
Well, I don't know if you're going to get to it, but that's the craziest thing about this is that it was started off as urban legend, but apparently there's stories about this that have been happening over the past year.
Yeah.
Maybe a year and a half, or way back to when Lynn Barron was doing it. So this has been ongoing, and as of recent, it's become like, oh my God, this is true. We always thought this was urban legend, but this is really happening. Not to be funny, but it's unbelievable. It's actually, I mean, there's reports on Reddit. There's like, people reporting things.
Yes.
There's not to just besmirch Rachel's favorite attraction, Flights of Passes, but there's a hall in there. They call it the poop hall.
I saw that.
Did you see that? The poop hall?
Yeah, I was just looking at that article.
I almost texted Drake just to see, man, do you know anything about the poop hall, dude? Have you heard of it?
Well, I always thought it was a attraction.
Do you have any detail about the poop hall part? Because anything I looked up just straight said that.
No, that's the only thing that I noticed. There's just one particular hallway that seems beneficial for people to drop trout and poop.
Okay.
Why? There's more privacy there or something?
I guess it's darker. I don't know. Maybe when they see that Navi floating, that just gives them like, have to use the bathroom or something.
Well, okay, so like if you're being forced to wait in line
For a long time.
About 2 hours.
Yeah.
There needs to be bathrooms along the way, and there need to be cast members there where you can flag them down so you don't lose your place in line.
That is funny you say that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. To what you say there, you got a point. Now, maybe what some people don't know, which is the purpose of having this discussion, is if you have to go to the bathroom, you can reach out to a cast member, and they can hold your place in line and show you where some bathrooms are, even if it's an emergency, that there are some bathrooms backstage in the attraction if you have to go there. Case in point, there was, according to this book, there was a woman that did not wait just enough to go ahead and go to this area in the back, but apparently she found the control room for the Indiana Jones adventure, and she showed them her old treasure. You know what I'm saying? She just dropped it. Like right there, like that's just nasty. Now I tried to look up the woman's name.
The control room.
Yeah, yes, it's the control room.
Let's not. This poor woman does not need to be put on blast.
Well, I tried to look up the woman's name, but it wasn't mentioned. So I assumed that she signed an NDA, which I'm assuming is the non-deuce agreement.
Non-dookie agreement?
Yeah. And unfortunately, Mr. Vega was not there to get video. No! And when I turned him on, because she took her pants off.
Yeah, it fits his criteria.
Yeah. He likes it by the bakery. She dropped the loaf. So,
There you go.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can tell Rachel's not.
Oh, Rachel. She miss you.
You can almost hear like hundreds of listeners turning the podcast off at the same time.
Well, hey,
Well, to be fair, this segment harkens back to our more raunchy days.
Okay, I'm going to call bull though. Well, let me choose my words more carefully.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. I'm going to call Code H. Code H on some of this because I remember being in the line for Rise of Resistance. I don't remember seeing that many cast members stationed in and around the ride where it was that easy to pull one aside.
Let alone to ask them to get out of line so you can poop or whatever.
Right. There needs to be signs posted, bathroom up ahead, if
at all.
Yeah, or, which called signal talk, especially in these lines that can get up to about 3 hours long, like Avatar or Rise of the Resistance.
Oh, but Danny, look, in Millennium Falcon's Run, they have a drink station set up to sell you drinks.
Yes.
Right.
So if they could sell you time in bathroom, maybe they could do that.
I mean, not for nothing. It's hard for me to make it through a 2-hour movie with 30 minutes of previews without having to run to the bathroom at some point.
Yeah, we ain't getting no younger.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but don't give Iger any more ideas like charging for bathroom time.
Oh, that's a good point. You're right. Good point.
Charges you for using the toilet.
My Bathroom Plus. Yeah, I can see it now.
Well, he's going to import those self-cleaning bathrooms from like Japan, and he's going to charge a fee for you to use it mid-blind. I guarantee it.
Oh man. Well, but look, that's what they say. That's the rule that they say. You can always reach out to a cast member if you have that issue, and there are bathrooms that are there to accommodate you along the attraction. So the attraction, so you don't have to do it. That's what they say.
That's what they say. To Danny's point, though, you would never know that. It's not even in the guidebook.
No, not even at all.
Yeah.
Like we were in Slinky Dog Dash's line for about an hour and 20 minutes, and I never even saw a single cast member until we got to the point where you're about ready to board the ride. And in between there, where you really may have been, suffering. Like when the Raz was talking about her DAS pass, this is the issue she's describing.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. I feel bad for people in this situation, but I mean, this is a Disney problem. If you're going to make people wait in line for upwards of 2 to 3 hours, you got to expect that this will be an issue.
Yeah, and those scene ones are getting longer and longer because it's perceived as a scene one.
Yeah.
Well, and again, I'm sure they, maybe in the back of their mind, they think this new getting rid of the DAS based on the numbers will help those lines come way down. If what they're saying, if everybody's the data's right on that stuff. But not going back to 2 weeks. I don't know how they're going to implement that thing. That's just a mess.
That's a good point.
But yeah, and the other thing I would imagine is, and it's still going on up here, they're probably shorthanded. I mean, everybody up this way is hiring, factories, restaurants. So they probably they're not known for paying their starting level cast members.
This is true.
Well, so
this is true.
The minute I was told this is my job, I'm out of there.
yeah.
Oh man. Well, but look, thank God these guys was able to write the book, come on the show, and then I figured that there was the synergy of that. And look, and when this stuff got out, once they were able to say, hey, this is not an urban legend, this is the real thing, people went wild, and just like Kevin said, cast members who wanted to still stay anonymous were coming in and saying their own stories. Like you said, like in Rise, a kid went, the parents didn't go ahead and pick up anything, which I understand that happens with kids. I mean, they do stuff, but
a signal to somebody. No, I mean, it's a little third worldish if you're just letting that happen with your kid and you're not going to alert any. I mean, clearly, if you're in a line with a bunch of people, everyone knows
exactly. They see it.
Right.
Why not try to signal somebody over and say, look, my kid just had an... I totally understand. Like, look, kid, this is our once-in-a-lifetime Disney vacation. We ain't losing out on riding Rise of Resistance, man.
And how expensive it is. Yeah, you definitely don't want to lose that.
Exactly.
I mean,
I've been waiting an hour and 15 minutes. I'm not getting out of line now.
Yeah, we can't do this. No matter how much you want to save the rebel force, we are not leaving that message.
We are not ignoring your force.
No, we are not.
Right.
We are not doing that.
Wow.
Use the force to hold it in.
It'll take a lot of force. But yes, he's a kid. So, but again, people were just coming up with more and more stories about this. And again, like you said, Flights of Passage has been apparently named Poop Hall because
oh, poor Rachel.
They go there and cast members have said they've even put cameras in there so it would face the people in this hallway, and it does not deter them from having their moment, if you will.
Well,
they're just selling it on OnlyFans then, I guess. I don't know.
Somebody will like it. Somebody will like it. But yeah, so again, this was more of a public service announcement to say this is not an urban legend. These things are real. Guys that we've talked to verify what they had done as cast members for Disney is a dirty job that somebody had to do. We thank them for what they do and the time that they spent to come on the show. Probably have them on again.
Yeah, we should just ask about this whole thing. Now that it's like their story's been validated since they wrote that book.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I really hope that the people who we have used as examples of this, that they don't get mad at the authors of the book, our friends, or the Reddit cast members that have gone ahead and do anything and try to sue them, because you're not going to win if you're going to do defecation of character.
Well, everybody's going through the lines like, is that poop? Is that poop?
Yeah.
Did you say defecation of character?
I did. I like you called it. I was going to just...
I'm like, that was good. That was so good. It slipped by pretty good.
It did. Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff lawyers were getting when they use AI. They were getting briefs and reports that said stupid crap like that. No pun intended. But the AI just it would make something up, and it's like all of a sudden saying defecation instead of defamation.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
So again, public service announcement. So yes,
telecast member if you got to poop.
If you can find one, but Disney needs to do a better job of making them a little bit more visible and putting signs up to let them know.
Putting bathrooms too.
I agree.
They could put bathrooms in long ass lines like that.
Visible bathrooms, like cutting rocks and stuff like that.
Or at least say, hey, 20 feet ahead is the bathroom, just in case you got to go. So that way you can hold it up until you get to that point. I mean, there's not that many attractions that have that long of a waiting period, so I think they could make that happen.
Yeah, because you do want to, you want to spread the magic, but nothing else past that. So yeah, please. People you're on a vacation, communicate with your cast members if you can find them. If you're a cast member, maybe talk to your people and see if you can have more to come and help out the people that are going on vacation, unless you really want to.
Or just shout it out there, man. The public may be able to help.
Hopefully so. Right?
I've got to poop.
Yes.
Not as many people are as comfortable announcing that though as you are, Kevin.
Somebody help. Well, that's true.
Help me!
I can send
Help me, please!
I would think it's more of a problem for people taking a leak in line than it would be. I mean, if they're doing this, the other's got to happen. Then, some guy turns the corner, he's trying to be discreet or something, and whatever.
There are little nooks and crannies. Yeah, you're right.
That's a good point.
I'm like,
But I guess it depends on what you've been feeding your kid all day. Like if you've been eating like churros and corn dogs, and there might be some intestinal discomfort that all of a sudden hits you all at once.
there you go, right?
That happened to me one time.
So the moral of the story is don't poop in line.
No, you should. I don't even know that I would consider it is bad behavior, but
It's not that radical. Somebody got tripped out, beat out.
like if I'm hearing that somebody's kid did this in line, I'm like, okay, well,
Forgivable.
shoot.
Yeah. Well, cool, Eli. Thanks, man. Definitely
Eli.
appreciate it.
Yeah, do better next time. Dude.
We went for a theme. But
That was not a theme. You like we were doing okay with the first one. The first one was good. Second one, kind of creepy. Okay, bad behavior for sure though.
Okay.
Third one,
there was a whole theme I was gonna put to it. I said, "Now I'm gonna last minute decisions. Like I'm gonna edit it."
I don't know how you tie those three things together.
I
don't want to know though. You
sure?
Yes. Stop there.
Okay.
Sponsored by OnlyFans.
Yes, don't act now.
I had a whole thing. But look, there's always more stories to be had. And look, you guys listen out there. Follow Harry's lead. This is good stuff. I'm glad just to do this for Harry, so Harry could be a part of this and be entertained and actually give some extra insight. So thank you, Harry, as well.
Yeah, Harry,
Yes.
this is great.
That's why the Facebook page and the web page is great. If I just see come across something funny or interesting, it's Disney, Marvel related, even New Orleans, I'll just share it to the page for the rest of the group to look at. And,
Yeah,
and
thank you for that.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. That's awesome that you do that.
Well, cool, y'all. Let us know what you think about these stories. If you have any other stories, or if you've run into poop in the line or something like that, shoot us an email at show@magicourway.com.
Be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test. Tie your napkin.
Welcome to Guest Services, the segment in which we get to service you, the listener. And the first one comes via Facebook Messenger, and this is from David M. Jr., who sent us a message that says, and I quote, "You guys are my number one go-to Disney podcast."
Oh.
Yeah, that's very nice. With all the trouble at the Diz and Tom from WWNT moving to Asia, we need podcasts like yours to keep us informed and entertained.
Talk about bad behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a whole other show.
You wanna come on the show, man?
Why didn't you cover that one? We could have had some fun with that.
Let's put a link
We'll
to
put that on the list. Yeah,
We'll be
put that in.
talking after the
Yeah,
show
we're
is
doing
over.
it, yeah.
Oh boy, who wants to party?
All right. And to finish David's message, he says, I've been a listener for years now, but now the Magic Our Way is my only Disney. He put that in caps. My only Disney podcast I'm listening to. Thanks, guys. End quote.
Oh, that's so cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we get that a lot. It's like, I've been a listener for years, but this is the first time I'm writing in. He's like, hey, look, man, we love to hear from you guys.
Oh, yeah.
If you're one of those people, man, we'd love to hear you. I mean, you could be on the show like Harry.
That's what keeps us going.
That's how I started. I was tired of local radio here, and I'm like, I'd listen to one or two podcasts, and I found you guys because it was Disney and New Orleans. I'm like, okay. I was probably around show 101 or something like that, and just followed it, made comments, and
That was your chocolate and peanut butter together moment, right?
there you go.
Yeah. And I think what's great about this is, like you said, as a community, like even Kirk said it best. Like, we didn't just form a podcast; we formed a community of people, and I think that's always an amazing thing. And there's no better way to feel support and love for people. They're checking out what you're posting. You're posting up stuff to what they're posting. Like, really, this particular bad behavior episode was because a few people were like, hey, you got to post up. The fans wanted that. And then, like, Harry is like, I'm a fan of this. And it's like, if you guys don't communicate, which is what guest services is for, then we don't know. And if we don't know, we can't grow. Let's make that happen. I like it.
Oh, look at you. That's cute.
Hey, isn't that beautiful?
That's beautiful. That's poetic.
cool.
And like I said, this is what kind of keeps us going, because it sure as hell ain't the money.
Yeah.
Good Lord. If y'all think there's any money in a Disney podcast, well,
No, we make just enough to keep the sucker running, but it's like when we get messages like that, from our listeners through whether it's through Facebook or whether it's in the group or whether it's like through any of our DMs that you can slide into, because we're really open like that.
Maybe if we were more like Lou Mangello and we offered seminars in which we ghosted everybody.
Should I start looking into that or what? Like, there's money in that.
That's what I say. You don't want to cross Lou. Lou has the Disney territory, and he's going to keep people out of the way.
And he's a former lawyer too.
That's right. From New Jersey.
He got a lawyer.
My cousin Lou.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
But thanks. That's awesome.
Yeah, David M. Thank you, man. That was when we got that message. That was a really fun boost. I sent it to everybody. It was like, man, check this out.
That's a great
I was
charge.
like, oh, that's awesome. So,
Absolutely.
David M. Jr., thank you so much. We hope to hear more from you in the future. So, if you got opinions, we're honest to God. It's always welcome on the show for sure.
Yes.
Who's next?
All right, this next one comes our way via text. Just like JP last week, if you listen to the show, he text messages a lot, and this person sends us a text as well through 1815 Mo Weekend. 1815
Mo Weekend.
There you go. And so this person says, and Danny, you might know who this is. All I can see when looking at the poster of Tiana's Bayou Adventure is a pagoda camouflaged as a mountain.
Oh my God.
The poster is as terrible as I think the attraction will be. And considering our family's history with a pagoda, and in all caps, it will certainly not be worth it.
Wow.
End quote. That's his text. That he
You
sent
lead
us
off
today.
with that one.
I have no idea who this person is.
Yeah.
Me neither. I was hoping you could figure it out.
If you're a long time a weekend,
Oh,
you could
goodness.
probably guess. We're talking long time a weekend. This story goes way back. You could probably guess that. And if I didn't have the number saved in our contacts, but I'm thinking this is Aaron.
Right.
I think this is more my sister. I think Erin.
Oh, this is your sister?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Erin might have led into the last part of it, but that was definitely my sister.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was gonna say that's a combination of a few family history stories, because It's Not Worth It is obviously a reference to web slingers, right?
Well,
Do you want
that's-
you want to tell the last four digits of the phone number?
No.
I'll edit it out.
Let's
You
save
curious?
this guy.
What is the last four digits?
All right, so listeners, I just told Danny what the last four digits of the phone number is because I have a hunch who this is, and you have confirmed that it is actually
My sister. Yes.
it's your sister, yes, who's been on the show before and everything else.
It was on one of your shows or even on the webpage where she went off on them shutting down Splash Mountain.
That's true, yes.
That is
Yeah,
100%
so that's why
true.
even I couldn't remember her name, but I'm like, well, wait a minute, that's your sister and brother-in-law.
I remember when we rode Splash Mountain for the last time together. Sandy showed up with her Brer Rabbit, Uncle
T-shirt.
Remus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were talking about that. Yeah.
Yes, Sandy is a very passionate Splash Mountain fan. So is Emmy. So is Erin. Like, they love that attraction. That was their favorite attraction. But my sister, yeah, she called me up after. She was like, "I'm waiting for y'all to say it. Are y'all going to say it?" And I was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Because this happens quite a bit with my family. They'll just call me up about something like, "I'm listening to your podcast, and like you're saying this, that, and the other," or "I'm waiting for you," or "Why did you say that?" or whatever. You just buried your mother, like something. It's always they're picking fault at something I said. But Sandy, this particular time, was saying, "I'm waiting for y'all to say it. Did y'all end up saying it?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "The poster. Didn't you notice what it looked like?" And I'm like, "No." She's like, "It looks like a freaking pagoda." And then I had to pull it back up, and I was like, "Oh, damn, that is right.
With
She's
all of the
absolutely right. It
different
does look like a pagoda."
It's just concept
That's
art,
funny.
though, guest.
Yeah, but so man, it's great to hear from Sandy for sure. And you know what? Now that we're looking at the poster, because I did a whole segment where I was just upset about the poster, but I never put the pagoda thing together because I don't have the trauma that her family went through with the pagoda at what was the name of the restaurant?
Morimoto.
Morimoto. Yeah.
Oh man, that was
what was that?
They would not serve us hot sake because we were freezing cold because it was rain. I remember that.
I
And
remember
all we
what
wanted was
you
hot sake, and you're like, "Oh, you don't want that swill. We have the cold sake and everything like." And as time, they're right. The cold sake is the better
sake is
product.
the better product,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is.
But for the day when it was cold, you wanted something warm.
Yeah, I just wanted something to warm my bones.
Absolutely. So yeah, it's funny that it's now the pagoda, Tiana's pagoda adventure.
Makes just about as much sense.
This is true.
I was going to say there's more pagodas in New Orleans than there are mountains.
There are.
Yeah, this is very true.
I mean, you could walk in at Five Happiness or any Chinese restaurant restaurant and order a pagoda, I think.
Oh, wow. What a good memory you have there, sir. That Five Happiness is still around.
You know, and you've mentioned that, so whenever you come visit, we're going to Five Happiness because it's still there.
Right. Somebody brought it up on the page, and I think I asked one of you guys, is it still around? Danny, you referred to it, I think, one of the shows.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
somewhere.
Yeah. There was
Whatever,
one.
and I couldn't believe it was around because I'm out of there almost 40 years now.
No, it's still around. That's actually part of my commute home. I go. There's a side street that I cut to Carrollton, and Five Happiness is right there. Mm-hmm. So Sandy, thanks for texting us.
Totally.
You could anybody could text us at that number 1-815-A-WEEK.
And do it more, San. Please do it more, and make sure you call out Eli on everything that you call me up and tell me about him.
Yes.
I'm pretty confident she will tell me that personally.
Yeah, you structure things where you only have to see her twice a year.
So that'll be a segment on guest services. Like if you want to show up and tell Eli to his face, what the issue is, and you could do it just like
slow
Sandy
down. We don't need a
and do
mob.
that. All right, well, listen. Hey, thanks for the guys and people that slide into our Facebook Messenger, as well as the people that text us. Look, there's so many ways to get in touch with us, and we want to hear all y'all's opinions, and we're about to tell you how to do that in just a little bit. Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed that show of bad behavior. And if you want to learn more about us, MagicOurWay.com is the way to go. There you'll find our social media links, past episodes, and more. And just like I said, if you want to get in touch with us to share your opinions or any thoughts or any stories or anything, you can do so through the following ways, because they're always welcome on this podcast. First of all, shoot us an email at show@magicourway.com or call or text us at 1-815-A-WEEKEND. That is 1-815-MOWEEKEND 669-4226. And of course, we have a couple of people do things outside of the podcast. First of all, we got Eli does things with comics. Eli, what you got?
Yeah, thank you. When you guys are trying to find pictures of ladies swimming in the Sassagoula River topless, you take a break from that. You can always check out the other side of internet space, the Iron Comics website, www.ironcomics.com. I always appreciate that when somebody shows up for that. You can see all the work I got right there. Project Geisha, Savages, and About to Be Damned. All this work is fully colored. They're basically 2 issues combined as one. Harry can attest to that. Thank you, Harry. Well, I got you in person. Thank you for that support.
Absolutely.
Yes. So
I was going to mention that.
Hey, man, there's love here, man. So, when you get that, the only ad, because even the big 2, they'll give you a ton of ads. You get sneakers and all this other stuff. The only ad in the Ivory Comics books are for the Magic Our Way podcast, because that's how synergy works. That's how it needs to be. And as well, when you go on the Ivory Comics website, you're going to see interviews and blog posts, and of course, a link back to this podcast so you never miss a beat. Never miss an episode. You never miss how to get on the trip, who went to the trip, who did bad behavior on the trip, who did what, how, and when. That's how this works. So I appreciate all the love given. ivorycomics.com. Thank you for that. Social media, I hang out there right now, but I'm getting traumatized. I'm going to tell y'all really straight right now. Facebook.com, Eli Jiver. You can find me right there as long as you're a real person. Lovely to meet you. But if you're a bot, cannot greet you. I don't know what's going on with these bots. It's traumatizing.
They're getting aggressive now.
Really aggressive. I'll send y'all something. Somebody tried to write me something, say they were from Thailand, but they got a area code in Texas. Like, I'm like, what are we talking about here? They're like, let's talk on WhatsApp. I'm like, no, what's up is, why don't you talk to me right now and show me a video of yourself, you god dog bot. I'm tired of y'all trying to chase me down like a Terminator or something. Am I like John Connor or something? All these bots coming out of nowhere? I appreciate it.
Eli, you better watch out, because there's a company called Boston Dynamics that's creating these realistic robots. They may create your next girlfriend.
Well, if she could pay for me to do stuff, I'll pretty much pick that up really quick.
and it should be just as strong to pick you up like your past girlfriend.
He welcomes all kinds.
And they all can lift
true.
the car out of a ditch.
That's like an open challenge. Like all come is welcome, as long as it's just not within the phone. That's all I'm saying.
You just gotta recharge her.
That's fair. It's like a Tesla. That works.
There you go.
Without the fire.
Just driving around.
Yeah.
Like Turbo Teen. Yes, and also on Facebook, you can check out the Project Geisha fan page. So facebook.com/Project Geisha. Also on Instagram, follow you guys, post up the hearts and the likes, see what you got going on. EIV504. And of course on X, I can be found at Hancock 10166. So of course, if you appreciate the madness, you're just bringing me the gladness. Thank you very much.
And if you want to book a vacation to any of the Disney parks, I'm sure Rachel will give you this tip as well. If you got to use the bathroom in the middle of a long line, she will tell you to ask a cast member.
She will guide you to.
She will guide you. She'll tell you exactly how to do it. She might even have like CIA type satellites and say, look, there's a cast member 10 feet ahead. She's that good, and she will tell you exactly how to navigate that process. So Rachel's going to tell you how to do that.
I would be honored to help your family book your vacation to Disney destinations, Universal, cruise lines, and major hotel brands around the world. Booking with me is at no extra cost to you. The cost of a travel agent is built into the cost of your vacation, whether you use one or not. And when you book with me, a little bit of your trip comes back to support the podcast and the fan community here at Magic Our Way. You can reach me at Rachel, Rachel, at magicourway.com, or you can find me at R, the letter R, Family Magic, so Our Family Magic, on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. You can also give me a call or a text. My phone number is 978-432-WISH. Reach out today and let's make some magic with your family vacation.
And I got to thank our special guest, Harry, longtime A Weekend, top contributor in the Magic Our Way Pleasure Island Facebook group, fearless fighter in the fantasy leagues, which we got a couple months coming up, but it's only like maybe 2 or 3 months away when we're going to be doing that draft, but I'm sure he'll be back to fight again to win those leagues. And just familiar with New Orleans. Harry, man, I'm so happy you got to do one of these shows. I know you've been wanting to do one, and I know you enjoy these bad behavior shows, and it was great to hear your insight.
Yeah, I'm sorry it was this one you had to do, but
you guys are right. You've created such a good community, and to be part of it, because it's not just Disney or Marvel or it's whatever we want to talk about, and all opinions are accepted, and sometimes there's healthy debates too, but usually it's just everybody having fun. I think today's show was fun. It might have gone off the rails a little bit.
That's what made it fun.
I do want to say we picked up Eli's comics around Christmas time, and my son and I have really been enjoying them, and he's a big show fan too. But like I said, I always enjoy participating. And anybody, I don't know if I'm putting too much on your plate, but hey, anybody wants to get involved with fantasy football, it's a lot like this is, just talking and enjoying each other's points of views and company. But thank you guys very much. And I do got to come down there and be in there live.
Yes.
Hopefully this year.
Yes.
Bad behavior live with Harry.
Oh, that was great.
And I do want to say to the listeners out there to first support Eli's product there is that if you're in line and you have to stop and you have to drop try right there, there's no better way to clean yourself up afterwards.
Oh, no. I knew he was going to say it.
I thought he was like, there's no better thing to read than was dropping trout.
I know this guy.
Toilet paper.
I know this guy so freaking well. I knew exactly where he was going. I was like, oh, man.
Oh, no.
Let me tell you what true love is. For that guy to do that joke and to know what the joke is and laugh eternally, even though it's my eyes.
No,
I do. I knew like he knew, like I knew he knew.
I thought it was because you're just going to read it while you're dropping trout.
Well, you can do both.
And then use it to clean.
Yes.
You know what? Buy 2 issues in the same day. I'm with that. Wipe it. Watch out for the staples, though.
I thought you were going to say, just use the page with our ad on it.
I would do that. See, I ain't like that. I like him. I knew it. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Yeah, because you use that good paper, don't you?
I do use really quality paper for my product.
It's like Charmin, but better.
You might want to put some water on it. It's really glossy. So
every comic is 3-ply.
Oh, it's glossy, so it just slips right on through.
Shine. Yeah, it's
glossy.
So right there.
Exactly.
It's slide right out.
Only the best for my customers.
No hemorrhoid issues thanks to your paper.
Oh my God!
I'm not going to review it at that level.
Thank you, Harry.
I'll trust Danny. Danny's opinion. Maybe
I don't know how. I didn't say it. That's why I didn't cut him up. But I was like, I know exactly where this guy is going.
I got a picture somewhere Kirk's dying.
And all pages are easily they're bio-friendly. Biodegradable, yes.
Recycle them.
Made from recycled
color's still good.
There you go.
Doesn't change the story, the glory. Oh my God!
Oh, jeez.
You
Just
killing
a little
me.
Little extra background drawing.
A little geisha.
Oh my god! I hope your sister gets on you for that one. She'll probably give you a trophy. Oh, that comment. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. So listen, if you want to access all the info we just mentioned, go to magicourway.com/about us. If you want to elevate your support of the Magic Our Way podcast, because why not after that? Go to patreon.com/magicourway. Oh yeah, Harry, you're a Patreon person too as well. I forgot to mention that, so thank you for that.
Thank you for that, Pat.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Yeah, dedicated listener there. And when you go there, you'll find 6 awesome tiers to support the show. And also, any way you can support the show is deeply appreciated. The easiest way to support us, and it only costs a minute or so of your time, is to leave a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts and or wherever you access our show, whether it's YouTube, Spotify, Podbean, etc. Also, you can book a vacation with Rachel, and a little bit of that comes back to us, so that helps us as well. And we definitely want to thank you for being a loyal listener, and we always love hearing from our listeners. All opinions are always welcome on the Magic Our Way podcast, so make sure you get in touch with us today. So we say Kwaharini. My name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
Magic out.
And yar. Bye!